Hello, and welcome to the Trample Back Podcast, episode 80. I'm Gary Black, and joining me this week is Christopher Conroy.
Hiya.
And Jonathan S. Walker.
Hello.
Do you have a middle name?
I do now.
Super. Stout. Imagine his name was John Stout Walker.
How's your Trample Back summer holiday been?
Yeah, good. The fucking my language has been right down now. Fourth one in. Aye, good man. The fucking weather's been great. Plenty of outdoor stuff. Had a real good couple of weeks.
Now you're back here.
Fucking mate. Father's Day in the corner. Germany versus Mexico tonight. Brazil versus the chocolate makers. Father's Day. Fucking don't have a dad. My kids don't live with me. There's nowhere I'd rather fucking be. As I see the sun splitting the conifers outside Gary Black's stately mansion.
You good too, John?
I'm great.
Excellent.
Just good to be back. Who's dead?
So, the first death that we missed while we were away was the UK's answer to Hugh Hefner, the Peter Stringfellow.
Ralph Fenton? He's better dressed.
Aye. Did anybody like Peter Stringfellow?
It's the one, see, I think you can always get a measure when somebody passes away, the comments from normal people. See the amount of comments from normal people saying, oh, I met him when I was on holiday and he was a really genuine guy, lived a life and all that. There was a lot of that type of comment. At the end of the day, he was a Tory rat with a mullet. like
he looked like the bad guy out Mad Max.
Yeah.
Like Rutger Hauer. What way rounds his name? Rutger Hauer?
Rutger Hauer.
Rutger Hauer.
I feel like he was dead quiet. Like, see later on. I remember growing up, see when Chris Evans' show was on Friday nights, I remember him being on a lot of shows as well. Dead prevalent, and then nothing.
That was just 90s, mate.
Yeah, it changed so much. You can't, like, how many interviews was Hefner doing after the 90s? People were happy to get photographed at the club and take the photograph, but they weren't necessarily going to...
It is weird that at that time, it was a place, his clubs were a place to get seen coming out of.
Yeah.
You're being guaranteed in the papers the next day.
Just feel like it'd been good to have social media then.
Do you think so?
But then everyone would have been more controlled and it probably wouldn't have been as good. Because folk are just boring as fuck. Like, that's why people like him probably aren't appearing anymore. Like, Dan Bilzerian's probably the only thing that's close to it now.
He doesn't look right.
Do you think so? I think he's fine.
I think he's a robot.
Do you?
Aye.
He's a fucking... he's alright. I thought he was a pure cunt until I heard him on Joe Rogan. And he actually seemed alright. I was like, aye.
Everybody looks less cuntish sitting next to Joseph Rogan.
Don't you talk about him like
that? Stringfellow... See now, you could not open a lap dancing club and then expect to appear on a chat show with Des O'Connor.
Does Des O'Connor still have a chat show?
No, who'd be the equivalent? Graham Norton.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the person that interviews the Slovak girls at Seventh Heaven and gets their visas and everything sorted and a place to stay, works out a commission structure, and makes sure that they've got a place to live close to wherever they're studying ultimately, then appearing on Graham Norton?
It'd be a better interview though.
Do you think? Why was Peter Stringfellow ever there?
I think it was seen as almost like a
Acceptable.
seaside postcard, naughty underside of Britain's towns, but it was actually funny or fun or...
See, apart from other people's genitalia and mammary glands, what was Peter Stringfellow bringing to the table?
A weird haircut.
Tory donorship. Stringfellow, to me, is Savile's straight cousin.
Yeah. I noticed that.
Right. Put it,
That's an obituary.
Right,
That's perfect.
Right, put it this way. See if See if Peter Stringfellow owned a newsagents, that would be the one that your mum and dad would tell you not to go to.
Aye. Don't go to Pete's place.
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, get me bread and milk when you're out. Aye, I'll nick into Stringfellows. Don't. It's sponsored by the sex trade.
I noticed that Lemmy wasn't too upset to dig him.
I know.
And then it ended up on the news.
Suicide, no. Cancer, fine.
Is that what Stringfellow died of?
Yeah, he had cancer.
Cancer?
So BBC News were doing public...
Did you see this?
Public
tweets
that people had made.
They describe Lemmy as a member of the public. It says, we've had a tweet in from a member of the public. But I think it's been a fan of Lemmy rather than him sending it.
Somebody in the audience, the studio, kind of put it on the list.
Pushed it through. Stringfellow probably gave a lot of young people work when they needed it. It's the Tory aspect of it. It's that champagne lifestyle, mullet, gold glittery jacket, the earring, the smile. Everything about it just creeps me out.
I agree.
Rest in peace, Peter.
So from one fucking creep to another, the next person we have is Leslie fucking Grantham.
Oh, Dirty Den.
A reference I get.
Just.
John is not aware, he was telling me earlier, of the previous pre-acting career of Leslie Grantham.
And not really massively of the acting career. Gary had to tell me his character's name, and then I realised I did know who it was.
You know how I've got this way people enjoying people's work and then I waste it for them?
Yep.
You know, by telling them a really shitty fact that just takes the shine off them. Done a lot. Done some time for murdering a German taxi driver in 1966. Shooting him. Got the sentence reduced because he says it was in self-defence. I think the German taxi driver had said to him, "Give me the gun." And Leslie defended himself. Then there was the dogging scandal during pantomime, playing Captain Hook. Was it dogging or was it just the webcam?
No, I think it was just sexy dressing room webcams.
Right, the finger in the mouth picture is enough.
Right, that's the one you sent me.
I never sent you that, mate, as if I had it saved. I don't know if this can officially be a celebrity death with Leslie Grantham, because I have seen him fall into a canal and then six years later he was back. So I think we're going to need to wait.
Just to make sure.
I think we're going to need to wait a length of time before we say, yes, it's officially a death. Is there a corpse? Again, Leslie Grantham. The amount of people coming out saying Leslie Grantham was a lovely man in real life. Somewhere there is a German taxi driver's family doing a silent air grab, but a lot of the people that dealt with him after he'd been rehabilitated said he was magic. Don't give him your Skype address. He is a lovely fella. But one of the ones that came out on Twitter was Ian Rankin, Reich Rebus. Mm-hmm. Said that he was one of the first actors that showed an interest in playing Rebus before John Hannah or before the TV programme was made, but it would have meant moving the whole production and all the scenes to London instead of Edinburgh.
And that's the only reason didn't get it.
Well, it's kind of it's going in and it's like sitting down with Robert Louis Stevenson and saying, right, I want this part in Treasure Island, but we're going to have to do it all in Millport, just because it's convenient for me. Like, you either want the part or you fucking don't.
Do you think now he's gone, they'll do a respectful remake of Fort Boyard with Keith Lemon?
If you watched any of the Crystal Maze remake with Richard Ayoade,
it breaks my heart.
He's trying hard to channel the original.
Oh yeah, the problem is the celebrities that's on it, not him.
Last Friday, my kids were getting ready for bed, and my partner was watching Emmerdale, which is going through quite a harsh lost baby storyline just now. So
a missing baby or a miscarriage?
No, she's still got it in her tummy, but she hasn't told her partner. You know, the baby's not going to be born. Right. So you've got one side of the relationship that's all upbeat, think the baby's going to be born, and then she's gone through the trauma, going, I've let the baby down, I've let my partner down. I've just gave them some milk. I'm going, I can't be fucked with these questions, going to change that. Dad, is she having a baby? Let's see if Crystal Maze is on. So we put it on. That's the first I've watched it.
It wasn't the episode with one of the contestants who was Big Nasty,
No.
grime artist.
Oh
No.
fuck, he's been on so much stuff recently, man.
It's hard work.
He was on Big Fat Quiz, and I'm convinced there's something wrong with him. Like, mentally.
Yeah.
He's making dollar.
He is. Making bank.
Have you ever seen any clips of him rapping?
No.
No.
Him doing rapping?
No.
It's pretty funny.
Right.
Haven't seen him try to solve riddles posed by Adam Buxton was enough. I never need to see him again. I don't think he understands the concept of a riddle.
We do celebrate thick cunts. The contestants on the episode that I seen were Katie Price, who I already constantly refer to as KP. She actually won a crystal for a mental challenge. Who else? Martin Kemp's son Roman, who
Is that a celebrity?
it turns out is a Radio 1 DJ.
Oh, there you go.
Roman Kemp,
Right.
which sounds like some place you would excavate.
The Time Team special from Roman Kemp.
Oh, we found a bit of pottery. And Roman Kemp. Who else? Dennis Wise. And somebody else I didn't know. Leslie Grantham was a genuinely... Dirty Den was a genuinely scary character. When he was on like the domestic violence storylines, you know, when he was married to Brian May. But huge viewing figures. You know, like, over Christmas episodes and everything. Like, see Leslie Grantham and Brian May at that time. Those Christmas episodes, just the two of them filming them, must have been, at the time that they were filmed, there's only 3 or 4 channels. They must have been the most famous people in the country.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to go to Stringfellows to try and pick up some bread and milk, a Mars bar, some Lucozade, you would have got mobbed.
So that's a couple of really sad deaths. No, it's not.
Oh.
So we're looking for more upbeat deaths coming up.
Well, I think they are upbeat deaths.
Think so?
Do you know who's changed my mind? Kim Jong-un.
Yeah?
Yep. I think he's been misrepresented in the press up to this point. I think there's a shite haircut but a good heart. And I think it was always his intention to get his country back and dealing with the rest of the world in a way that his father never did. But we've been listening to the same rhetoric for such a long time about, you know, how he demeans North Korea's...
Do you not find it weird, just everything? Like,
Yeah!
like Russia. Similar thing with Russia. But I've worked with like loads of Russians. And I know it's the World Cup and I know we're dealing with a special occasion. But everyone who's in Russia just now, every group, even English fans as well, are saying the hospitality's been unbelievable. They go into bars, being able to talk to people, hang out. Everything's been absolutely amazing. It's been fine. And you're going, alright, so not everyone's just waiting to barter you.
A hazard on the guess here, was there any black lesbians amongst the group that you questioned?
Not sure.
Are you friends with Peter Tatchell?
Did you see what?
Different kind of hospitality.
Did you see what Putin though and the government did go around doing with all the hooligan groups? They just went down and they met with all the groups that they knew were known, because they've had this problem for like 30 years in Russia with hooliganism for football. They went around all the groups and just went zero tolerance. If you are caught on any offence, even if it's just been drunk in the street, 30 years minimum sentence in jail. No trial, straight to jail. And they've said to a man, everyone, I think they have actually kind of shat it and went, right, no trouble.
But that is a huge human rights violation. Like, I know you're saying, great, it's worked, but
Nah.
30 years of somebody's life for fighting with an Alsatian is too much. It's too much. The Alsatian loves it.
I think
Look at the exercise it's getting.
I think if you've had, by knowing, I think they've had like 10 assault charges in like major tournaments or abroad for European ties. So it's serious people who would potentially kill people.
What, the hooligans?
Yes, these are groups that they've said that they have taken lives and they'll be able to prove it to one person. So it's not just every fan group they're going around going 30 years for anything.
You do realise this is a human rights violation, though.
No, not for me. Not for me. No.
Right. Well, what would
This is
let's take the last Russian European one
The Euros.
in Manchester in 2008. I forget who they were playing, but there was some trouble. Would you give all those people 30 years for getting bitten by an Alsatian?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You-
Those 40, aye.
The Chelsea fans.
The Chelsea fans.
Millwall, Gary. Millwall.
It's amazing to me that you are pro this, but anti offensive behaviour at football act, which is
Where is the
1%.
great?
Well, the great area is that
You
if
should be able to sing what you want,
No,
but
no,
if
no,
you
no.
drop a fag, I'm going to electrocute
No.
you.
the area is the one thing you two are ignoring, as you fucking do all the time, you pick one point, is that these are known people who have had severe trouble before.
Right.
So they've been involved in people dying.
Define severe trouble.
The fan groups have been involved in a murder, but they
I
do
know.
not know who's done it. It's been like a fight after a
Right.
match. So they're known groups of like 30, 40 people.
And are you getting this information from the Russian press?
Russian TV network guy, RT.
The one problem they do have in Russia is that Western Muscovites believe that Putin is really good.
Aye.
Eastern Muscovites
Aye.
believe that Putin is really, really good.
Right.
You know
aye.
nothing about Putin. Me and Putin have spoke.
He took his earphones off there to give us an education. But you know nothing about Vlad.
You can't wait until his tell-all novel, Putting It Straight.
But you just said the same thing. I know nothing of what Russia do.
Putting it away.
I don't know if Putin's the worst guy in the world.
Well, do you know what I know about Putin?
What do you know about Putin?
He's a massive Robbie Williams fan.
I did really like the fact that the opening ceremony was 10 minutes long.
Amazing. Wasn't it? It's just going 10
Is that
minutes.
all it was? Because
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was
see
brilliant.
it.
Sat and watched it with my kids, 10 and 7. The two of them going, who's this dad? And I went,
All those songs are 20 years old.
I says, this is
So just-
Robbie Williams. And my boy went, what, like Patch Adams? Which is a fucking film older than Robbie Williams hits, but he's still, you know, he's still got that reference.
You've
point.
raised that boy, right?
Patch Adams, Jumanji. No, it was. And I was trying to explain to my girl, going, "Do you know how people in your school like Zayn from One Direction?" And she says, "Nobody likes One Direction anymore." I'm like, "Fucking keep up." You know the way people. He was in a band, and people, you know, he was the pop star. He was the heartthrob. Cool. And then we'd like played a game, going, "Is he miming or is he doing it live?"
Did you see the opera singer
Yeah.
forget to hold up her microphone?
But was she miming?
There was a bit where she was walking down off the
Right.
stage and her microphone was down at her side and there was some belting tunes coming out.
Right.
I missed all of this.
I love to have been at the meeting 2 years ago going, okay, how much is Ed Sheeran?
I mean, it is.
I like Robbie Williams!
It is Robbie
Is that a
Williams.
Russian?
No, it's my angry Robbie Williams fan.
Robbie Williams insulted them with his song about Russians, and they've said to him, "You'll do this, you'll do it for free, or you'll never get to play in Russia again, and we'll ban your music." Right?
Right?
Is-
Is that...
I mean,
What was the song that insulted the Russians?
party like a Russian.
Okay. And did it feature being part of a underground hooligan network that murdered people after games?
Yeah.
They're not very underground. I said they're known.
I got the feeling that let it go, John. It's not a big a deal. I got the feeling that it was maybe a push for the whole soccer aid thing because he was so involved with the charity games.
Right.
I thought Russia's maybe going, this will be goodwill points if we maybe get a soccer aid going for us, or you know, or advertise that brand, you know, for the adverts in between the games. I thought it was maybe that connection. Just why fucking else would you have Robert Williams there?
Because maybe that is literally how far behind they are.
The crowd was singing along. It was really bizarre to hear a
Like
stadium
that,
full of
like
people.
that literally might still be there.
Do
Top.
you think take that's just...
Well, this isn't the same
Do you
thing.
think Never Forget has been at number 1 since Christmas there?
Well, this isn't the same thing, but when my mate Morgan was travelling Australia, which would have been 7 years after The Cooks, She Moves in Her Own Way came out, and that was number 1 in Australia, and it just came out, and that was like 7-8 years later.
Yeah, it could be attached to an advert or something. You know, and sort of you get the reciprocal thing years later.
So Robbie Williams is just huge in Russia now.
Do you know what? I've loved the World Cup up to now, but what I really would like is more facts about how small Iceland is. Do you know I just wish somebody would mention it.
Do you remember when England were knocked out the Euros by Iceland?
I wish somebody would mention it. I have no concept of what the population of Iceland is, or what possible jobs those people could do there outside of being a professional football player. I just, for the fucking love of God, reference the population size of Iceland against something I know.
The amount of Celtic fans that went to Seville.
Or 340,000.
I actually can't believe that people keep paying Mark Lawrenson to travel abroad to commentate on football games.
He's so bad.
He's miserable. I mean, if you don't watch football, basically this guy is a former footballer.
He won a lot of European Cups.
He was a good footballer.
And he does nothing. He moans like, sorry guys, your dad.
He's saying that because we don't have dads, mate.
on today of all days as well.
Oh, man.
He just whinges and whinges. I'm convinced he hates travelling to foreign countries. He hates football. He hates speaking.
He hates the memory of walking into the hotel after a game and finding Alan Hansen on top of Mrs. Lawrenson. That was the day it all changed for Lorvo.
I should just go, you know what? Nah, I don't want to. Don't want to do it.
He's like, do you know what it is with old school commentators? VAR is like your old racist grandpa who's never going to change. Like, it doesn't matter if they agree that it's right. They go, I mean, I know we've got the right decision, but I don't get why we're using this.
I think the fear was...
I'm not against VAR, but I don't get why it's here.
I think it's been amazing. The first I came across it was the first decision, France-Australia.
The Australia one.
And see that 15 seconds attention? I'm going, he's fucking gave it. He's going to come out here and make a 75% rectangle with his fingers, and this place is going to go ape shit. But at the same time, I'm going, well, if he wasn't a goalie, what would they be doing?
I'm only glad that they don't do what they do in the tennis and have the fans all... Hey, penalty.
It might get to that though if they start showing it on the screen what they're doing.
Yeah, true.
They don't show it to afterwards, but there's only
Is that what they do?
There's only 4 instances that will be used. For second yellow cards, it won't be for first yellow cards.
Right.
It'll be used for mistaken identity. It will be used for penalty decisions, and what was the last one?
Guessing offsides.
No, it won't. It'll only be used for offsides after the event. The linesmen have been told
To any doubt, leave it down.
Leave it down if it's marginal, and then we'll decide afterwards.
Aye.
It is amazing, the person that made the decision. So the truck outside that's got 6 guys in it.
Mate, it's not outside.
Is it not?
See if you're at Ekaterinburg, see the games in Volvograd, right?
Uh-huh.
What they do, just to make sure everything's trustworthy, is they go to the studio in Moscow.
So they're not even in the same city?
The most trustworthy city in Pan-Euro Asia.
So you get 3 guys in maybe a truck in Moscow.
Yep.
And
they're in shorts and socks.
Aye.
They've actually still got their cards in their pocket.
It's like, I think it's like a static version. I see the mobile community van with the CCTV on it. There's 3 of them in one of them.
It'd be good if people found out where it was and started a wee group outside it, supporting the VAR guys.
What I don't like about it is the players are now making a gesture for the ref to look at the screen. I think that should be an automatic booking. Like, see if something, a tackle happens, they're going, well, look at the screen. I think the refs have got it right, going, do you know what, we're not going to slow the game down and look at every decision. But see, as soon as the players start going, well, look at the screen, I think, like, there's obviously guys in his earpiece going, do you know what, we've taken 10 seconds to have a wee fucking look at that. Maybe come in and have a look yourself.
I think so.
Which is fine. But see players going up and going, look at the screen, I think it's going to be a pain in the arse in 3 weeks' time.
What ended up happening in American football to stop that is that you've got until the play starts again to object. So what then happens is that the team know that something might have happened wrong and rush to start the game again to prevent them from being able to say, well, stop, we want to challenge it.
I think what they're doing is they're letting play run out to a sort of semi-rational end and then do it. But I've loved the couple of times I've seen it. And then the Peru one yesterday as well, they gave them the penalty in the 46th minute. Boy, absolutely ruined his run-up, skied it. So you've got the tension of are they going to? Oh, he's fucking gave that. So, hello, on in. Stop doing the dishes.
I did like though. I seen the Peru decision and see the angle the ref got to make the decision. He got the same angle 4 times because you could see over his shoulder what he was looking at.
I think that's what the editing suite's going. Look at this.
But then it wasn't till the very last angle that they showed later after the goal that I went, that was definitely a penalty because I was watching it going, he's not touched him.
Aye.
And then there was the last one that the ref didn't get to see, and I went, oh, that's a stone wall. He stood in his foot and dragged it down. But it was the last angle, and I was going, that would have been the one I'd have wanted to show the ref.
Yeah, that'd been the first one.
That'd been the one. That'd be the only one. Go look, you can see the contact.
But you need. This is all in the space of a minute. Do you know what I mean? You need to give them time to edit it and go bang, bang, bang.
But then think about the guys. You know how like when somebody's doing football, there's a sports editor who's sitting with like 10 cameras around the stadium on impulse, going switch to camera 1, go to 2, go to 4.
And he's not even in shorts and socks.
He might be. I've never seen the guy.
But see that Peru decision? Do you know what? As they stopped it and started it, stopped it and started it. I've just got Kevin Costner in my head going from the back and to the left, from the back to the left.
We did get a listener question about this. It reads quite like a blind date question. Okay. I think Ralph's missed his calling in life.
And by the way, he loves that JFK reference. That was just for him there.
If you were a World Cup team, who would you be and why?
Yeah, if you got a straight answer, does one spring to your head?
No.
Well, John would be Saudi Arabia for his horrific crimes against women.
I would be Panama because I hide all my current money in offshore, so I don't have to pay taxes to the UK government.
Where would you be, Gary?
I'd be Argentina because I'm bitterly disappointing.
So I can't even think. Do you know if I identify with one team? I think the Germans will win, but I'd love to see France win. Do you know what I couldn't identify with? I'd be fucking Scotland, just stuck at home. See, as this tournament comes about and it started, going, how can we not just get there fucking once? Fuck's sake, Stratton.
You know they're expanding the tournament?
They're talking about that, aren't they? Is that going to be a thing?
Yeah, but it's only 2 extra European teams. We should move Scotland to Oceania.
You think so?
Yeah.
Right, that's enough World Cup chat. We're just going to alienate people that are watching Love Island.
I have got so addicted to Love Island. I'm embarrassed to let everybody know.
Gary's changed, man.
I know.
Do you want to talk about any of the changes in your life at the moment, Gary?
Yeah. So, over the last few weeks while we were on break, I got recommended to me to try CBD oil, which is the legal form of cannabis oil that's been in the news recently.
The oil that's been in the news isn't the one you've been taking.
The legal version of cannabis oil that's been in the news recently. Was that bad grammar?
See if to sort of remove confusion, the one that they're talking about is online is popularly referred to as Rick Simpson oil, which is like really high THC levels that they use for really serious ailment treatment. Again, there's been anecdotal things where people have recovered or symptoms have been alleviated for really, really harsh diseases, but they've refused to do sort of concrete testing on it because it was just impact big pharma too much.
That's not what I've been taking.
You've been taking something that has a really high CBD content in it, but really low THC.
Yes. The
Rick Simpson oil is THC'd out its fucking nut.
The thing I'm taking you can buy in Holland and Barrett.
But don't buy it in Holland and Barrett.
But so I've been taking it, this is my 8th day. I'm on to 2 squirts a day. I got the spray version.
Right.
And it's
do you just spray it where you've been feeling sad?
No, every morning. It'll just be a constant jet into my mouth. 2 scooshes under my tongue in the morning. And I'm feeling great.
I can see it in your face.
I know. I was sitting the other day and I realised I was smiling for no reason. And I couldn't believe it. So always consult your GP before making medical decisions, but...
No, see if you went...
Don't, because the GP would talk you down for that. Because in their defence, they don't know anything about it because they've never studied it. So.
It's quite expensive, between maybe £40 and £70 a month for the bottles or for the oil or for the drops. But just give us some of the positive side effects that you've had, Gary. Are you sleeping better?
I'm falling asleep quicker. I'm waking up fresher.
Less anxious.
Less not anxious at all. The problems I have with my back have been almost non-existent.
Less painkillers.
That's the
Non-existent
anti-inflammation
back
thing, innit? Which is awesome because that's what I've. It's amazing.
pain.
Regular
Ablutions.
There's a bowel impact.
Yeah, all
I love
positive.
this. I love this stuff. I honestly think it's magical. I think it's got something that the people don't even know what's in it because they've not done enough study on it.
Ground up unicorn horn.
If you want to get in contact with the brands that John and Gary use, give us a shout privately, but unless they're willing to put money into the podcast, I'm not telling you online.
Nah, definitely not.
So get yourself to Holland and Barrett. The Holland and Barrett one is fucking weak.
Oh yeah, it's meant to be terrible.
It's not strong enough.
But they'll have been ultra cautious.
No, Holland and Barrett only want you in there for the fucking deal. You can only get a deal at a reasonable price if you're buying 6 of an item and getting 3 for nothing. I have no support for Holland and Barrett whatsoever.
That CBD one, the website you use.
Are you going to name check them here?
No, not yet.
Okay.
People want it, they can
I'm
ask.
not taking that. I'll get off my fucking heat.
They do good deals. See, when you start buying regularly, you do get like individual emails, like not like grouped promotions. You get individual emails telling you, "Oh, you've purchased 6 times. Here's 50% off, free delivery when you spend X."
Geez, fucking GDPR.
Yes.
How come every time I go into a website now I need to fucking
They just
do the
changed
cookies again?
They changed the rule.
Not
the cookies, just not the email.
Every fucking website I go onto, except that they're telling me about their terms and conditions. Gone, surely nobody's reading them.
No.
They're just going, accept and close, accept and close,
Well,
accept and close.
Lace and I went to did Tough Mudder this morning, and see that's
How do you know somebody's done Tough Mudder, Gary?
Because they'll no shut the fuck up about it.
Because I'll fucking tell you.
this is relevant here. See the last thing you do before you go through the gate?
Yeah.
They turn their iPad round and give you a fucking 4-page terms and condition thing that nobody reads.
Yeah, in case you fall off a
just
net
do this.
and break your spine.
All the way up the top.
Aye.
Agree.
Aye.
How tough was it?
It's alright. My wrist is fucked, so it was hard to do the pull-up stuff.
You were doing. You were injured.
So, but it was fine.
How was your time?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't even look at it. Do you know what, that's really nice. I thought Tough Mudder was just for single people. You know, looking to meet. You know what you put it in your Tinder profile.
No.
So Tough Mudder does seem like a single. Like, why would MD
I
and a healthy relationship fuck about with those people?
I think the opposite.
I think Leah's had something to prove though.
Yeah.
After the France debacle.
Aye. She backed him in the World Cup.
It's essentially Lace one Tough Mudder today to raise money to send back for the stolen bike.
She
went missing halfway round.
I just thought Tough Mudder was something single people did to fill their empty days.
Nah.
Did John tell you he's going on a colour run next week?
I don't think we can call it that anymore, Gary.
Are you? That's the
No.
But it's the type of rumour people would believe.
Aye.
Yes.
Just the fucking urge to set up a fucking like a GoFundMe page for John doing a half marathon for the Jockeys Benevolent Fund. Just something fucking random.
No, did you see the thing somebody on Joe Rogan's podcast did where they did no training for a marathon and were boozing on the way around? I would like to do that.
Right.
I would like to do a marathon with minimal training, maybe a bit of training, but have a vodka lemonade every 2 miles and end up just fucking blazing.
At the end of it.
To see how fucked, because I presume you'd be fucked.
And then when you die, you'll get loads of donations.
Nah, he's fine. He took a couple of days to get back to himself.
But see if you did do that, see if you did die on the way round, do we blame the alcohol rather than the fucking stupid run?
Aye, make me run 26 miles.
Just bring me 26 drinks.
Let them do the running.
What if you stood in the centre of a circle and you get 26 people in a circle and then simultaneously they all ran towards you with 1 drink each? Like the Spirograph marathon drunk. That is the item that could bring Eurotrash back. Just Antoine Decaune talking about like a freaking unique marathon. You've got John drinking, you've got a German guy that does house cleaning on just in a penny, covering his covering his pale member.
So, do you want to talk about fires?
Can we start it with diddle-a-doo, 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 fire in the disco! Fire in the...
That's insensitive, Chris.
35 million that refurbishment took.
You know what the sickening thing is? They'll make it again. People will give them it again.
No, that's going to be student flats, mate. 100% that's student flats.
Who sent that article? Did somebody send that article in to us? Or did I see it on Facebook?
Jerry Braden's 2016 article in the Herald. I took it. 2016, a planning application went in for flats round student accommodation round about where the ABC was, knocked back because the art school complained about it. Right, let's just be honest. Was the fire at the art school deliberate or not?
I find it amazing nobody died.
Mate, see 2 nights before, there was 8 people taken to hospital after a big fire in the flats at the Gorbals,
right,
and just over the river in Glasgow. No fucking coverage. A lucky escape. This fire at the art school, lucky escape, no casualties. Victoria's, no casualties. Sauchiehall Street is the most flammable street in Europe.
The thing is, though, not the Gorbals.
I tell you what, they're going about fucking Macintosh designing a beautiful building. It was the very fire retardant, was it?
Well, this is what I was saying the other day. People will jump to say it must be rebuilt to Trigger's broom standards. But give a modern architect a go and say design a building that reflects the past and looks to the future and make it better and inflammable.
Not flammable.
That's the problem. They've said make it inflammable.
See, as a monument, instead of building student flats or another retail unit, it should just be a giant fire extinguisher. So that, just as a lesson to all about where we throw our cigarettes. Right.
Here's the thing though, right? I was looking up, Glasgow School of Art was built between 1897 and 1909. The Pavilion Theatre and surrounding buildings on Sauchiehall Street were built in 1904. Cameron House was built in 1700 but modernised in 1901.
Right.
Victorian buildings go on fire really easily.
Yeah.
People need to stop being so precious about old buildings because old buildings go on fire and fall down and you rebuild.
And there was no, apart from Cameron House, those that couple, which was a tragic shame. See if half a dozen big fires in the space of 4 years, and 2 casualties. I'm not being callous about the couple, but only you can say only 2.
Yeah.
It could have been so much worse.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing that made me suspicious about this one though. It's a Friday night.
That building was burning, and campus still wanted a fiver to get in.
I did feel quite sad about the O2, the ABC, like that old ballroom. Was it the biggest working glitter ball in Europe? I believe.
I'd need to check my glitter ball anthology.
Glitterballs.com.
Yep. Great venue. See that whole stretch of Sauchiehall Street's been, the pavement's been getting widened. The city council have got some kind of idea that there's going to be some kind of cafe culture where the businesses all
what about outside?
Aye, and they've put a cycle lane in, which is good. But the city council for the past couple of years has went on the planning has just been, there isn't a focused, this is what we want the city to be like. It's been patchwork. So on one hand, they're giving money to Buchanan Galleries to extend. The city does not need another fucking M&S food, right? But what they'll do is they'll say, well, it's bringing 1,400 jobs. This extension, 1,400 jobs with this extension. Those jobs are all going to be shitty fucking 4-hour contracts with workers' rights that are absolutely on the floor. If they had given money to update Renfield Street and Sauchiehall Street, you could have a city centre that wasn't the same as Newcastle, Birmingham, Liverpool. Starbucks, Costa, Primark next. Starbucks, Costa, Primark next.
Well, hell.
No,
bookies.
Bill, only in the poorer areas. Do you know what I mean? You could drive about Bearsden for 3 hours and not find a Betfred. 2 miles down the road in Maryhill, Like,
Aye.
as soon as you get your hair cut, you get into the charity shop, then you go into the bookies, then you get your hair cut, then you go into the charity shop, then you go into the bookies, then, do you know what I mean? It's just lather, rinse, repeat. Whereas it's been a sort of patchwork approach of how they want the city to look, and these Victorian buildings are the thing that still makes Glasgow look independent and have a bit of charisma.
But I don't think we should waste millions and tens of millions of pounds rebuilding it in its exact specifications. If it's gone, it's gone. It's sad, but do something modern, do something new. But do something Scottish.
I can see the wheels ticking. Don't do it.
No. What do you mean?
I just heard millions rebuilding the same thing that was already there before, and I just had you putting a Rangers joke in there somewhere.
No.
You'd wait till we finished recording to do that.
Right, okay.
Oh, that school burnt down, it didn't die.
And people tried to stop it.
And people that had supported the art school did save it.
Is that what you wanted, John?
Anything else, Gary?
I don't think there would have been... See, if it had happened 3/4 of a mile away and it had been Glasgow Cali that had burnt down, it wouldn't be as big a story. No. There is a lot of affection towards Rennie McIntosh, but it's a very strange relationship where, like, his wife, Mary, worked with Metalwork. There was two couples, I think the two sisters and the two husbands, the four of them all done really similar work. You know, these sort of long, ghostly-like flowers. Yeah. And they were referred to as the Spook School because these ghostly... They weren't appreciated in their time, and it's only sort of as the years go on that the art and the motifs and things are appreciated around the city. But what do you do? Do you say to somebody that went to the art school, going, design as a new building? And let the... I can't go over the 35 million figure. Just, that's it. It's done. You know, £35 million raise to get to get it rebuilt the first time, and then that is just fucking. It's a callous waste that it wasn't caught. And the firefighters, I was in the city in Friday night when it happened. The firefighters did a fucking great job. Do you know what I mean? But the building was still smoking the next day at 6 o'clock. You're going, what caused it? Was there sprinklers? Was it because it was a building site? Are the insurance going to pay it? Do you know what I mean? There's so many factors to come out about this in the negligence. It's...
Do you know what? It wasn't really covered very much, I don't think. But do you know what the first fire was caused by?
Yeah.
A can of expanding foam left next to a projector.
Yeah, and it was allowed to shine. It was allowed to shine on it.
Yeah.
But a much smaller fire, and it was contained.
Yep.
What do you think? Rebuild it the second time?
No.
What do you put there instead?
Get a Scottish architect to design something, as I said, which reflects Charles Rennie McIntosh, but is a modern Scottish design, and make it new, but have a bit of history inbuilt there too.
Did the art school get to keep it?
Probably.
What about you, John? Do you think it will be student accommodation within the next 3 years?
Aye. I'm just trying to think if I've got any gigs at ABC coming up. That's all I'm thinking about just now, sorry.
Well,
Bailey just dawned on me.
Bailey were due to play there last night and it got moved to the garage. What's fucking next? Who is the garage going to be next? No smoking, no mobile phones in the garage.
That's it, aye. Protect yourself.
Do you know, eventually are they going to get... They've started at the bottom of that street, are they going to work their way to they're going to work their way to Driftwood?
Well, that's obviously going to be the most flammable.
Yeah. Dry.
Do they still do... When I started as a student, they were doing 50p drinks.
Yeah, they still do that.
Wow.
Yeah. They still do that. Lacey's been in our... They normally do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Lacey's been in a Monday before. And it's fucking outrageous. Spending £6 and being blazing is ridiculous.
Considering the inflation of everything else since 2001, that's amazing.
I think they are still putting... they're probably still using the same empty vodka bottle that they poured yours out in now.
It's pure ethanol that they pump in underneath the art school.
Do you know what is weird? See the people that get so fucking close to it, to video it.
Take video.
Honestly,
mate.
There is a member of the general public out there waiting to be contacted on Twitter by a Japanese news outlet saying, "Can we use your footage?"
We had it was at my mate Isaac's 30th. We were on Bath Street in Palomino, and people left. People were getting texts, and people actually left the party to walk down the street to film it, and then come back and show us what had happened. And I was going, because at that point I was going, cunts could be in there dying,
Aye.
and you've literally left a mate's 30th to go and fucking record that. I
Aye.
don't get it.
Well, the Scottish media didn't really report it. Do you know what? They kind of woke up the next morning and reported it.
The social media was Facebook, wasn't it?
I think it's a thorough embarrassment. See, to spend that money on a high-profile project and let it burn to the ground like that.
Yeah, you would assume that the first thing of the redesign would be, right, what fireproofing are we going to have to make sure this doesn't happen again?
Can you absolutely fireproof a building?
Well, not of that age, no.
Because we were talking about the house in Lenzie that got hit by lightning and fucking damaged the whole house.
The hash farm.
And then my brother-in-law's like worked on that development site and said that shouldn't happen.
Because it's a hash farm in the attic?
Mm-hmm. Nah.
Hash farm.
That's absolutely not what's happening.
Which I think guys getting the CBD on.
Nah. They're no cheap houses.
I think it'll be student flats. Look at Trash, the Shack, the Temple. Burnt to the ground, now student accommodation. The Charter House at the Clyde, the big old derelict listed building that was just off the Transport Museum. Yeah. Hi there, can we knock that down and build student flats? No, it's a listed building. 6 months later, on fire. Now the student flats are getting built. It's...
What happens after Brexit when students can't just come here? Like from abroad?
Mate, we won't be able to afford pens. there won't be any students.
Everyone just steals their pens for their work.
Oh.
We know this.
Talking of which, that leads us nicely on to one of the other big stories of the last couple of weeks.
Just weeks?
of ever. The SNP walking out of Westminster during Prime Minister's questions.
Right. What do you think, Gary? I'm throwing it right back to you. This political volleyball.
That was a volleyball?
Yeah, it was quite far away in a tinny room.
I think that they did it for the right reasons. I think it had the desired effect.
Order!
I think Bertow's a massive walloper.
Is that the guy who's the speaker in charge? That guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically...
You are such a jocular fellow. Oh.
It's in the Act of Union that Scotland has to be consulted on things. Right?
Right.
But Theresa May has said, nah, don't worry.
But Westminster argued back that saying that the devolution powers are gave at the will of Westminster and they can take them back at any time, and that's why they could force that through. Mm-hmm. The 15-19 minute debate thing doesn't really matter. Even if they had debated it, there wasn't enough.
Wouldn't have
changed anything. But what the walkout did do, even though it was orchestrated pantomime, what it did do was force it into the news cycle the next day, where it wouldn't have been if they had just stayed and took it. Absolutely choking to be away from that sewer that is Westminster. Like
another building that should just be mothballed and rebuilt somewhere else.
Aye. Or not rebuilt.
But there did seem to be... How many SNP members did they get out at? 7,500?
Yeah, an extra.
People signed up.
Is that really a lot?
Yes.
For people to act that quickly.
And for people to join political parties on a day.
Because I don't know if that's a lot. I don't know anything.
The Labour Party in Scotland last year had between 15,000 and 21,000 members total.
Right, okay.
Right? So, for a third minimum of that...
To conjure that up in 2 days.
On a day,
but, my concern is, see if you weren't already going to be a member of the SNP, I don't think what's happened enough for me to jump. The independence thing's still the independence thing for me. But I don't think that was like the thing that made me go, I'm in.
I knew this was going to come up, and I was thinking about how to put it to you, John. I know you actually... You don't like the SNP. But I think you're kind of swithering going, do you see it as the vehicle to getting independence?
I see them as being everything. I know you totally disagree with me and you hate when I say this. I see their party being the sole thing that's going to get it, and you don't want it attributed to the party, but the fact is it's going to be. They're the only ones driving it. Doesn't matter how many fucking interviews Patrick Harvey does and Geezy's we nudge support. The SNP are going to be the be all and end all to get this.
Aye, but once it's there, the
Well, then they're fucked. They're gone.
You don't need to vote for them.
And that's probably our biggest thing for me wanting independence. Is I fucking hate them.
See, a couple of podcasts back, we were talking.
Hate's a strong word. I dislike them.
See, a couple of podcasts back, we were talking about how much you don't like flying.
I hate it, but I do it.
But you fucking love getting to your destination, don't you? Can you view the SNP like an EasyJet flight?
I do though.
Some of the chats we have, I've got you fucking buying a crossbow and waiting outside Peter Morell's place of work.
The thing is, the thing that's happened.
Do you know the thing that really pisses me off is, I said this before.
Nobody there was sing the Billy Boys in Tesco.
So we'll still do that. Don't worry. There was so many of my pals who, like good pals, who listened to this, who were genuinely so pissed off at the way I spoke about people not voting for independence that I actually felt bad. I was like, fuck. I was actually pissing off really close pals. So I started to kind of go, right, what is everyone else's opinion of X?
Mm-hmm.
And I work backwards. See, when I see things like the SNP walkout being pantomimed, because I'm not taking anything they tell me other than that.
Oh no, well, that definitely was.
But then they've come out and said that it wasn't like for a show. It was because they felt that this
to take a stand.
Aye, but so I think when people see that, they go, "Fucking hell, man! Don't lie to us. Like you've just been cunts. Like we know what you're doing."
But it's but that's part of the game.
It's like when a football manager says he didn't see a penalty.
But then that's what annoys me. See the whole part of the game. We don't want to be part of it anymore though. So don't be part of their game.
But
just fucking don't be part. We're playing their game. We're going to use all democratic measures. They're not using democratic measures right now against us. So I don't. Be a total bunch of cunts. Just
see what they did with the.
Can we just build a wall?
See, the Romans did.
Rebuild
the foundations are still there. If we're going to rebuild the art school, divert the funds,
and we'll give English people a password if we like them. They can come back up.
I think there are so many people like Theresa May could turn up at people's houses, put the windows in, like take a shite in the fucking garden, steal your motor, and people would still vote to be a part of that.
Yeah, and
it's forelock tugging. It's know your place. It's kind of. I just can't get into the mindset.
Why was Nicola Sturgeon no there? I know there was something on at Hollywood, but I just thought that would have been a bigger stance.
Because she's not a member of Parliament.
Oh, is she not a full member of Parliament? I didn't know that.
She's an
MSP. Right, okay.
But here's the thing though, right?
That I did not know.
There
you go, see?
This whole thing though has not been about independence. It's actually been about not independence. All of this stuff about not getting their say is about staying in the UK and what devolution means.
But that to me feels like it's technicality. I think a lot of this
the thing is
because we do want it.
Well, the powers that they are saying they're not going to give us back, if we're independent, it doesn't matter because they're ours.
So this is the problem. The only problem I have is I totally agree on that, but it's really hard for people who don't like Nicola Sturgeon or Theresa May when Nicola Sturgeon says they're removing X, Y, and Z, and they're saying it's our right, but everything that you have will be given back to you through Westminster. It's hard for two people who don't like either of them to go, oh, I definitely believe one or the other. Because they're both just saying that right now, on paper, we don't have what they're going to give us. So right now, there's two people saying two different things.
John, you live in a country with free uni, free prescriptions, the NHS is protected.
Yeah, I do. I'm not the person who's convinced.
Aye, but what is the massive negative against Sturgeon?
For people, I just think people don't like her. I don't know what it is.
That's like...
But there was the same reason they didn't vote. They thought they were voting for Alex Salmond.
Aye.
It has to be taken away.
But this is what I'm talking about. It's
not,
though. It's not, though. That's why Donald Trump won a fucking presidential election. It's the face of whoever's in front of you that people are looking at. See if The Rock joined the SNP, we'd have independence in a year.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even joking. That's what would happen. They'd be like, I like The Rock guy, I like wrestling. I'll vote for independence, fuck it.
But I think Sturgeon's a better version, a better option than Salmond was.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I think there's people who probably agree on that, but they still don't like her. It's not me you have to convince.
I know.
I'm just saying there is people who do not like her or Theresa May, and they're both just saying the opposite thing.
But when I say you can't convince some of those people, so you just need to write them off, you didn't like that.
I know, but I think it just pushes fucking even worse. I think if you get one person, that's fine.
No, but
I think there's maybe one in a group of 10 that you can go, come on. I think there is that 1 in 10. But I think if you just fucking call people cunts and idiots, that 10 just become bigger and they grab onto other people and go, fucking assholes. Alright, cool, I'm going to vote no as well then.
What we're talking about here is
that
a certain group of people.
And some other.
And a certain group of people. And I just don't understand why they would cling on. It's a certain voter that would come out specifically. And I just don't understand why you would vote.
In fairness, there's not that many of us, so there's quieter mobs voting no as well.
See the other demographic you're talking about. See the people that were on the fence the last time and voted no because it was a safe option.
Yeah, it's no longer a safe option. But
how many of them actually see what Westminster's done in the past 4 years?
I don't think most of them care. I've literally said this for so long, is people don't care
about
anything.
About the arms to Yemen, Saudi Arabia,
until
pig fucking.
People don't care. I don't know how many times we need to see stuff that's happened till you go, no, people actually don't care.
Yeah.
People.
There's an apathy.
What's going to have to happen is the NHS is going to have to stop being there, and you're going to have to pay.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
30-40 quid a month for private health, and you're going to go, oh fuck, is that what's happening? Oh, I can't send my kid to college.
Why did nobody tell me?
I can't send my kid to college now because I have to pay money for it. Oh fuck, is that what was happening? You're like, every cunt tell you, but until it stops, that's it done. And they'll be like, fuck, I'll just need to get an extra job then. People will struggle by, and they'll struggle by, blinkers on, don't care about politics, they'll do enough to get their kid to college, their kid will have to do the same, and it'll be gone. People don't care.
See if they've got people to a point where they're paying between £60 and £100 for the mobile phone contract, you can bet your fucking hoop it will not be £40 for medical insurance.
Yeah. You still got it early though.
Fucking dentists on Groupon.
But that, in fairness, so that is what, that's the one thing the government, the Westminster government, have been pushing on corporations now though, is to make sure they're offering private dental and medical so they can try and sell off the NHS. Mm. That's what they're trying to do, because they know that going to Bupa, we can get everyone to sign up with you. Everyone. We just need you to do a smaller deal now. Once we get NHS shut, works will stop offering it and go, we can't afford to offer you private medical anymore.
Let's say they go for it before March next year.
Something drastic would have to happen. Do you know,
something drastic happens every week.
But how often, all these stats with doctors, with people dying on waiting tables, right? How often do you actually see that given the...
No, I want to see it go the other way. See people that actually get treatment and survive, rather than... Do you know what? The statistics keep getting better and better. Survival rates keep going up. The treatment is free at the point of contact. As a smashing service. But instead they come at it for the negative angle going, oh, waiting times are up from 3 hours to 4 hours. Aye, but I fucking survived the dick cancer, didn't I? Do you know what I mean? They're saying, oh, I had to wait 4 weeks for an appointment. Aye, but I fucking survived. I didn't need to take money out of my savings or get into debt to get it.
We're talking about, I think, kind of two different things.
Right.
You're talking about someone selling it as the waiting times are so bad because the NHS is badly run, we need private help. What I'm saying is, the waiting times, for example, are so bad is because we need more money in the NHS, not that we need to switch to a private person. So I'm somewhere in the middle of what you said about negative stories to positive. I'm like trying to go in this line here, where like you go, it is so well run. We just need it to function with more money. Well, private's not.
Teresa Mason.
The problem you have though is I'm quite bad for it as well, because see if you do have private medical insurance, you can get something done within like a day, 2 days. Like my cousin gets hip consultation and surgery done in like 4 days.
Right.
But you don't then go to him. You go, that's fine. You were working with McDonald's at the time. You got Bupa for £5 a month, and you didn't have to pay the 10 grand that it cost for the insurance company to cover your operation, your consultation, and your physiotherapy afterwards. In 10 years' time, you're going to have no NHS to do it for you, and you're not going to get it for
a fiver.
You're going to be paying £100 a month, and then you're going to have to pay an excess on your fucking hip operation. But now what's happening is people are getting it through the work, so it's like would it really be that big a deal? And do you know the problem you have is you do have arseholes.
We can't get people to pay fucking 35 hours a week contracts. Do you know what I mean?
Also, I think people here are quite oblivious, thankfully, to the fact that in America, working and middle class families lose their house and become homeless because their child gets an illness.
Aye, or because any one of them gets cancer.
Because, and even if they do have insurance, the insurance company looks at it and goes, well, you didn't tell us you had the flu last year, so actually your insurance isn't covered.
Imagine breaking your leg at 5 sides and you had to sign 6 forms
before you could get seen.
Before you get looked.
Well, I've spoken to people like this. It's actually not always that. Most hospitals do just take you and deal with it later. See, because of Obamacare, since Obamacare came in, they do take you up front and then you I know it's not like this is a good idea, but they do.
Right.
It's not like a block at the door. They will take you and then you're getting fucking bent over.
20 months ago, my partner got her appendix out, right?
I've had that done. There you go.
Sunday morning, she went in complaining about the pain in her side. Appendix was removed on the Monday and she was out of hospital for the Tuesday. While I was in at the visiting, I thought, I'm going to see how much this would cost in America.
Right.
$32,000 to $100,000.
Right.
Depending on what state you were in.
Okay.
So
would that be? I'm assuming that'd be dependent on your insurance as well, though.
Yeah, but insurance is like house insurance. If they can find a reason to
not
give you it, then you're not getting it.
Right.
You need to fight it. And
see if you don't get your appendix out and it bursts when it's in you, you're fucked.
I know.
Imagine not having 32 grand worth of cover.
But that's why you get. This is what I'm saying though. I used to think in America it was like you come in, you get insurance. I don't know, but right, we can't take you until you fucking fill out all these forms. I used to think it was like that. I know this isn't any better what I'm saying, but it is. You're in surgery, wake up, and then you're fucked. Because they won't refuse to fix you. They're still doctors who want to care. They will fix you, and then insurance companies will go, you owe us 80 grand.
Yeah, so they'll repossess your house.
Yes.
You'll lose your job because you don't have a house. You'll have to end up
They should
living
have
in
let
your
it
car.
fucking bust. You'd have been better off.
Well, I think that's sometimes the argument of people where they go, if I'd known, my family didn't have to deal with me now with no money, I'd rather just have died of cancer. But you insist on helping me because that's your job, and I can't refuse.
So are you openly going to be supporting the SNP in the bid for independence?
Yeah. I'm not. I've not openly done that.
And then, in 6 years' time, we'll be able to vote for an act that allows people to say horrendous things at sports events.
Yes.
Okay.
You and I both know that if there was a video about a Nick Sturgeon singing Billy Boys, she'd probably gain hundreds of votes.
Well, sometimes you just need to roll up your sleeves and do what needs to be done.
Fucking had to be a Habs fan, didn't he?
Is that who she supports?
I think, well, her husband's a Habs fan, I don't know.
I fucking want to see her singing Derry's Wolves immediately.
Just appease idiots, man.
Aye.
Get it out of the line, then we'll deal with it later.
Aye. Fucking, this is a totally different angle. Oh. I want...
John on WhatsApp and John face to face is like two different guys.
I want to open up a copy of the Sunday Herald and Nicola Sturgeon to be up to her knees in something. And just to fucking carry this over the line. I want her to be Kenny Miller.
Right.
The day we get independence, she's just running about Edinburgh.
Can I just use one example of the kind of stuff I'm talking about where I can see where people get wound up sometimes over the SNP stuff.
Right.
The reason this all happened was because they asked the question for it to get moved to private. The initiating, what is it, Article 163?
Yeah.
And I watched a video on numerous occasions where the speaker does go, we're going to ask the question in 5 minutes time, we're just going to finish the rest of the minutes of questions. And people have went, cool, that's fine. Like there was no issue. It was like, yeah, but I definitely want this raised. And it's like, we'll do it in 5 minutes, we're just going to finish up the questions.
No, see that video you're talking about? He asked the SNP leader, do you want to do it now or do you want to do it at the end? He says, which he shouldn't have done. Which he probably shouldn't have done. No, but he was entitled to get it done immediately.
If he asked him.
He was entitled to get it done right there, right then. And then one of the guys in front, the Tory chief whip, actually come over and sat next to Bercow. Was that the guy giving the paper that said? No, that's one of one of the associates. But the associates pretty much went, you need to let him do the vote now. And then Bercow's decided we'll do it at the end. And that's when he stood up and went, shit, we need to get and vote this section 43. And asked them to leave, but the whole thing was. So see it's really hard to read legal fucking articles. Yeah. The article doesn't. The article doesn't say anywhere now, but it does say at the time. But he's entitled to ask for it immediately. Right. Okay. And the way the timings go. Right. Okay. Right. That's fine. I've read that article and seen that video and went, that doesn't make any sense to me. No, but there's 2 or 3 different edits of that video, wasn't it? Which one? I've seen people sharing the video and then somebody else corrects them saying, there's the full transcript.
I'm not talking about the one that just happened. I'm talking about past videos.
Man, this is making for riveting podcasting.
No, but I'm talking about past videos where people have asked for a similar thing, like the same article, and they've went, we'll do it at the end of the questions.
The rules
But I'm guessing if the guy's entitled to go,
Order.
I want it now.
The rules state that you can say
No, I want it
no
now.
to now. And the reason
Right,
it's
I didn't know
there
that.
is in case
Somebody
a
leaves.
member of the royal family is spotted
Leaves.
in the building. They can say, we need to call this private, and the whole place clears. So it is all an act. It's all theatre to cause hassle.
And see the length of time, like, see when they were doing the votes earlier in the day, there was Tories refusing to leave rooms. There's a Mary Black video that gets shared. She done a lecture to maybe about 60 people after it, and she talks you through exactly what happened over that 5-6 hours. So they have to go for votes, but the votes were taking 45 minutes instead of 15. And then they filibustered at the end where they just talked and didn't leave enough time for the motion but
Every other
But
modern
it's so-
parliament
so-
in the
so
world has
outdated.
voting at their table.
so outdated.
So this has been a really interesting
Upbeat.
listen.
Oh, I'm still sad about Peter Stringfellow. Can you imagine the day Stringfellow died? Just really sad strippers. You know, just really slowly going round the pole, going just the heart's not in it.
Is that not a
That's something
Blink
Peter.
182 song? Bloodhound Gang song?
Sad strippers.
A lap dance is so much better when the stripper's crying.
Okay. I'm not aware of the...
Yeah.
It's been really fucking upbeat this week, hasn't it?
Well, that's what happens when we take a break and come back.
No, do you know,
Next week will be dead.
No.
jovial.
Do you know what the issue here is? Is we always do this when we do something political or heavyish, and you always think it's going to be shite, and people always seem to enjoy as being more interesting. I think you're misleading yourself.
No, it's as slow as ships passing. It's
It's
just
just
waiting.
he messages in and say, no, I really enjoyed
You
it.
watch this. You watch this.
How many people, Chris, do you think will contact
7.
us and say how much they think you're great?
7.
No.
7.
No, no harm.
7.
Yeah. Right, we need to think of some sort of sign-off.
Do we though?
No, probably not. See you next week.